Up and running now. Let's just wait until it ticks over to the quali session whilst we're just watching Daniel Wright do his final outing here with the Mad Panda Motorsport livery, which is by far the best in-game livery in the game, and don't even at me because I won't answer. Okay, well, as per usual also, I won't be able to see chat, so there's no point of saying anything in chat, but hello and welcome to round 2 of the ARC GT3 series. I think this is Season 8. I'm not a well-informed man, but I think it's Season 8. As per usual, we are gonna let the AM drivers start the first part of qualifying, with pro drivers doing the second half. 10 minutes each, and it should be going, yep, just now, just started. I'm not sure how the standings ended up last race since I missed it, but we'll see how it goes. But with me tonight is a new face for this community. It is my teammate from Pulse Sim Sport called Jonathan Seville. You can say hello if you want to. And Jonathan is a very good McLaren driver who I have now managed to lure into both the Mercedes and now even the Honda. So my condolences to his well-being. Yeah. Who do you think we should follow for the first lap? Should we just take the car that is the furthest out, which should be Nick Schwartz in the BMW M4 with a default livery, which still looks nice because it's actually made for the car. So around here, just for those wondering, the best bopped cars, or the cars with the best BOP around here, should say it's the Mercedes together with the Ferrari and the probably McLaren, because the McLaren actually got a turbo buff around this track in the latest bop change, so it's very strong around here now. So is the Porsche, although the Porsche struggles a bit on the straights. It easily gets the time back in the corners because it's just the Porsche. Other than that, I think a good car that could be a good shout is actually the Nissan, depending on if they've actually managed to make the car turn in the high speed, which can be hard, but we'll see how it goes as Nick starts coming around the second to last corner, going into the final corner to start his hot lap here, gets a good exit, and let's follow him on his POV. So as he's coming up on the main straight, up into 5th, nails his braking point, goes down to 2nd, coasts a little bit too hard on the curve maybe for my liking, but looks nice and tidy nonetheless. You would preferably want to be a little bit sharper around here, a bit closer onto the curb so you can get straighter exits, but it stays on track, so it shouldn't have been anything invalidated just yet. A bit slow there in corner exits, so it's not gonna have the best run coming out to the long and straight, which is, I think, the longest straight in the game. I'm not 100% certain if the Bathurst straight beats it, but although it's a kink on that one towards the end of it, so I don't know if it counts as a straight. Yeah, and the BMW looks really stable there through the high-speed part, so we could probably carry even more speed towards into the next lap. Looks tidy like this, goes down to 2nd, hits the 2nd apex there, or late apex, which is pretty hard. Takes a lot of room there, goes well and deep enough into the corner, but he misses this apex, but he manages to keep it in though, so it doesn't invalidate the lap. So let's see where this ends up, what this ends up being then. as the first car starts to come around. Into the final corner. Misses that curb, which is good. You don't want to hit it. Good corner exit there. So, Nick Swartz with his first lap, and it being a 1:57.48, with Eric Gottsacker being 4.5 tenths slower in the Nissan behind him. Pecheniak then putting a new pole time, or provisional pole time, that is 200ths faster than Schwartz, and Lloyd being 2.5 tenths slower than Pancheniak. I'm sorry for butchering your surname. Owens putting it 2 seconds slower than the current pole time. Reader 1 second slower. Paliant 1 second, and Niall Drake with the new pole time, our controller driver in the Nissan, and no, and the other controller driver beating him by 7 tenths. Yeah. That's actually not a half. That's a half decent lap with a. What do you mean? Oh yeah, very. I would never manage a 56.2 with a controller. I'd just lock in every corner. So I think after the first rounds, let's see if we have any. Does Tim have? I've not followed with the reports either, so I'm not sure if Tim has a quali ban and that's why he isn't driving. Should we follow Liam McNeil here, since he is in your car, if we can call it that? It being the McLaren. Let's see if we can find him here. There he is. The curb sport McLaren. So, what would you say is the strength and the weaknesses with the McLaren, and how would you personally okay? Would you say that he's carrying enough speed and so on into the corner, so do you think that the car will be able to handle more mid-corner speed? Would you say that the downforce generation in the McLaren is more suitable for an AM driver than, for an example, in the Audi, which is floor-based instead of wing-based? I can't. For an example, I drove an SRO and I can't drive the McLaren for shit, so it's a tricky car. Coasting is your best friend, kind of. Oh yeah. And just for those who don't know, my driving style is having as little downtime as possible in between, like brake and throttle, whilst Johnny very much likes to coast in the corners. But I can't say anything about it, because right now, at this current point, Johnny is faster on all tracks. So I can't really say that he's doing anything wrong, because he's beating me. As I think Liam, yeah, he carries way more speed this time. Yeah. See, going into this long triple apex corner. Only picking one apex though, which is probably not ideal. Yep. On this track in the McLaren, would you say that it's worth running lower wing, or do you still want to keep that stable aero balance and be fast in the first and second sector and basically sacrifice the straight? Okay. So currently, when the pro drivers are just about to start going out, the fastest lap time is still our controller driver, Dyer, with a 1:56.262, which is 3.5 tenths faster than Buscado in the M4, and then we have another two Ferraris behind him with Tuda with a 1:56.68 and Ho with a 1:56.695. After that, we have the first of a few Nissans on this grid with Niall Drake with a 1:56.892. As the pro drivers are starting to make their way out on the track, so we're gonna try to pick someone, say someone that you want to follow, pick any name. I think he's finished now, unless he's still on a lap. No, he's still on a lap here. We can follow. He's coming into the final two corners here. Actually, a good exit there. Oh, Jesus. Very impressive, though. Yeah. Oh, he redlines it. But here. Oh, there. Tuda beats him with a 1:55.9. Right at the end of the qualifying. But now we should have a bunch of pro drivers on the out on track. Who do you want to follow? I think the people or Daniel Wright has been a fast guy for many years now. We have a race control Honda. I kind of want to follow the race control Honda. Where is the race control Honda? Please give it to me. I don't know. Where is it? Where is car 10? I can't select it. There. Oh, no, no, that's not car 10. Wait, hello? It shouldn't show. Only the most professional streams with me here. No, it's not there. Why does it say... Oh, is it my car? It could be my car. Why is it still there, though? Yeah. Oh, no, it's not there anymore. So our race control Honda has left us. Big F. Anyway, let's follow Roadside Cookie, one of the former admins who's taken a step back from his admin duties because of work, but now he's back in the Huracan. Very enjoyable car to drive, although I would say that it's worse than its other V10 counterpart, being the Audi. But have you driven the Lambo? Oh, no, the race control Honda is back. Where is he on track, though? It says that he isn't in the pit. Yeah, see if you can find him. I'm just gonna follow Roadside Cookie for now. It has to be my car then, that is just bugged out for some reason. Okay, I see Roadside Cookie hits the first apex. Oh, the rear end looks a bit squirmy. Maybe not running enough wing for this particular section. But he gets that final exit, but he goes wide. That should be Is that an invalid lap? I'm just gonna go, yep, invalidated it, so he's done. We should have, let's follow Eric Chang because he's coming up to the final corners here, where now when the pro drivers are starting to come through. It doesn't really have I would say the top speed for it. 158.2 currently from Eric Chang. It is very strong on the narrow tracks, especially the British tracks nowadays, because yeah, it's been such a beast, as we saw, especially on Sandford. It was unbeatable. I think that's a track limit again. Looked like that at least. Let's see here. Oh, Daniel Wright has taken professional pole. We missed that in the Mercedes. Let's actually just pick a car. Let's go Javier Marquez here. The guy who was the fastest in practice. His last lap is the fastest done, but I think it was invalid. Also in your car, so to say, in the McLaren. Let's see if he can handle its handling characteristics a bit better through the fast right-hander. That looked good though. A bit too wide there, I'd say, but he manages to get the car, and he gets a good exit there. Okay, let's see where this gets him though. Will this get him higher up in the standings? That puts him second, because Matty Byrne, as we've missed, has managed to I managed to do a 155.3, and I just realized we have cinematic cams because we're not driving. Let's follow Tommy Kogan for the waifu, as his team is called, in the Nissan. I sadly don't have the custom skins because no one has sent me the skin pack. I'm sorry. Probably an anime skin. He usually ran with that earlier. So what do you think about the Nissan? We did some testing with it, so you can share it to... Oh wait, I saw a Honda! I saw a Honda! Who? Trev Hummer! There he is! Oh, you know him? Oh, okay. Is it... Okay. Oh wait, is this the guy that you were talking about earlier? Oh, what a coincidence! That's actually crazy. So how does he manage to fare through the scary corner here? Oh, look at the Honda. It handles like a... Oh no, never mind. It does not handle like a god. It is very much a brick. But it looks good. Yeah. For those wondering, me and Johnny are holding this thing around 3 tracks right now to qualify for the endurance series of SRO. And I think we're doing a fairly good job at the moment, at least you are. Oh, that's a very wide line, so that should be invalid. Who is coming up behind them there though? It's Eric Chang in 28th. How is he doing when it comes to... Okay, let's go. Eiston! We've missed him! A BMW is now in the lead. That's a decent... Yeah, but he's in the Nissan. I think he has been sacrificing the other sectors for the middle sector. If you're looking at the sector times, he's a whole bunch slower than the other cars. He's 6... How much is that? 8? No. Am I dumb? 6/10 slower in the first sector, and 6/10 slower in the last sector compared to Eiston in the BMW. So he is very much sacrificing the other sectors. Oh, here we go. We got some racing and qualifying as Eric Chang is starting to catch up to our beloved Honda driver there. By the way, we're actually, for those who are interested, we're actually racing the Rocket SimSport team, so they can run the livery that the Honda that we're looking at currently actually uses for an official livery, which is pretty cool. I'd like to have something like that. Although it looks better on the McLaren than the Honda. Oh, it's Eric goes wide. Anyway, let's go to Helicam so we can actually see what's going on. Let's follow Cookie. He is down on this lap and he's not going to improve. Do we have anyone improving? Javier Marquez on this should be his final flyer, so we can follow him around here. But he has traffic in front of him. But that car, oh, nice. Blakeman got out of the way because it wasn't an invalid lap. Where's Marquez? There is Marquez. Yep, exactly. Can he get a good exit onto the straight? It looks like yep, but he's not gonna gain a lot. He needs to find 2.5 tenths. He's the only one that can currently challenge Eiston going into the race. One thing that is interesting though is that we can see that we have some AM drivers in the top 10. And what happened here? Oh, Eiston has invalidated and his run is finished. I just saw something. Where was Kogan when we checked? Was he 7th? Yeah, but was he 7th when we checked? Or 8th or something? Because did some AM drivers do extra laps in the pro quali? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm confused. Doesn't matter anyway. As it stands right now, and I think that's going to be the case as well, we have Eiston on pole with Matty Burnby in second, Javier Marquez third, Daniel Wright in fourth, Tuda in fifth. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, so congratulations to Eiston for pole, and let's see how race start goes. Since you're new to the league and you haven't been here before, who do you think has a good shout at winning this race then? Okay. I am gonna do a left field thing here because we all know that all of the overtaking is gonna be done on the straight. And if Mr. Kogan just manages to keep up with the cars ahead, he's gonna blast past them on the straight because he is not running wing. And if he's running a wing, he's running one wing at most. So I'm gonna say that Mr. Kogan is gonna win because the people ahead of him are gonna crash out on lap one, and no one's gonna be able to catch him. Oh, the thing just understeers is it's never gonna snap on him. Don't worry about it. So, with 2 minutes to go, other than that, okay, interesting. Thank you for putting me in that view. On the AM side, then, I think that, well, Tuda qualified so well. I think he's gonna be in a very good shot. Though his ping is concerning, it looks like it's very high. Oh, is he back? I think that's your friend. It is your friend. Why is it called race control? Yeah, Trev Hummer, and it says race control. Well, I'm cheering for the race control for sure. Always gotta rep the Honda because it's such an underdog. 1 minute to race starts. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how, for an example, the Mercedes does here because, as we know, you kind of want to run a bit of wing on it. Although it's such a missile on the straight, you want to run wing because it's just very unstable in the high-speed corners when it comes to you snapping on you. Um, you got to try out some of the setups I had for Suzuka, and going through 130R there, the Mercedes is very sketchy. Would probably run like max front, maybe like 6 or 7 wing, something like that, and then go neutral raked. So basically, just try to create as little drag as possible from the rake, and then just gamble that you have enough grunt in the V8 to keep cars behind you. As we go on to the formation lap. Other than that, one thing that's worth mentioning is that I see a distinct lack of. No, There's one Audi. It feels like there's a brand that there's no Astons, which is interesting since Aston is. Yeah, what has happened? 1.8 happened, I guess, but like still. Yeah, exactly. Huh. Yeah, the Aston is a strong car around here as well, just because of its tire wear. But the Aston is strong everywhere besides Monza, I'd say. It's a very consistent car as well. Oh yeah, I I started off in the Aston. I would advise that for anyone who wants to learn how to drive fast, easy. Go with the Aston. Or the M4, but the Aston is a bit more special now since the M4 is out, so go Aston. Um, Talking a bit about Paul Ricard. How would you rate this track? Personally, this is probably one of my least favorite tracks, in my opinion. there's a re- there's a reason why there's the reason why the Germans call it the Parkplatz, which means, well, parking space or parking lot, because it just looks like a big parking lot. As we see a Porsche coming in from outside of the track, from what I saw. Anyway, it looks like he came in from the F1, like chicane thing. So it looks a bit interesting. Well, that's whatever floats your boat, I guess. As, uh, as we see that Sky Sports Ferrari, very good looking livery, I gotta say. The Matheus Tuda. Oh yeah, Mad Panda Motorsports is just way above everything else, and I'm sorry, not even the enemy bitches can get past the pandas. It's such a good livery. And the fact that it's actually like a real livery that they race in real life just makes it so much better. I need to make something with my like fish that I have. As we see some good old ghosting. Hey, Yeah, I'm gonna make something with the catfish with the high hat I have as profile picture. I gotta do something with that, man. Anyway, so here we start lining up as we see a McLaren just stop. Yeah. Let's go into Helicam. Oh, here he comes. Yeah, I think that's your. Yep, that was your pick. In the triple three racing. Where's Javier? Oh, he's on the outside there. He's way out of position. As they line up for the start, it actually looks fairly organized. I'm fairly impressed with that. And we should be going in a second now. And there we go, green. It looks like Matty Byrne gets a way better start than Easton does. See if he can get around the outside, but looks like Daniel Wright has also got on a flyer. Maybe, no, looks like Matty Byrne backed off a little bit. Here we go, Javier Marquez looking on the inside of Daniel as we see a spin in the back there. I think that's Tommy Cogan falling back. Yes, that's Cogan falling back. So my bet went to shit instantly. Side by side with the leaders. We have a little bit of contact there as Matty Byrne get past, and looks like Easton is forfeiting the position, but he's going to get a better run now going into the hairpin. A much better run. He's on the inside going in towards the straight, and he gets the position back as we see the Mercedes of Daniel Wright coming back, and he looks like Daniel Wright is having a very solid exit there, and he should be able to get Matty Byrne here. He's in the slipstream, but at the same time Byrne also has the slipstream, but that Porsche there of LePage behind him is also looking racing. But Matty Byrne, look at the speed of the McLaren! The BMW and the Byrne... He has to fall back there. Oh, is he going to go down the inside? What is actually going to happen going into this corner? Everyone makes it through. The Mercedes looks fast on the outside. Is he going to down to the inside? Matty Byrne has gotten a commanding, or not a commanding, but a gap now at least. As the Mercedes has to drop back, and Javier Marquez sneaks down the inside of the... and he looks like Javier is going to be able to make it stick. Yes, he keeps third position as Daniel Wright drops back a little bit, but at the same time, there is the... Dyer with the controller up into fifth, fighting with LePage as he goes a bit wide as LePage manages to get back, but at the same time then Dyer just comes back and dabs up the inside and forces... Oh, we have a spin in the back there. I'm scrolling the wrong way. That is... Who is it? I think it's Andrew Yaski, who has been spun round going into the final corner. Oh, yep. Yep, that was Daniel Wright. What has happened to my bet, Tommy Cogan? Where is he currently? He is 33rd. Yeah, that bet went to absolute shit. So who should we follow now for a bit? Do we have any... Oh, well, everyone's close. Oh, there we have something going on here. Oh, as Truda and Dyer are fighting. Truda seems to be taking the inside line here, and it's so close as Dyer comes back across the track, but now LePage is going to be able to maybe get a run onto Truda. No, it does. It looks like it's fine for Truda at this point. Let's go further away. It looks like Melon Pitch is very close to someone. No, I don't think that's oh, we have something happening back there. Yeah, Bruce Hopkins and some Santon lap. And it looks like the BMW is trying to set up the corner as we have Andrew Lloyd so close between everyone, but there's not really any battles at the moment because there's not really any overtaking on opportunities at this point of the track. Exactly, and it's basically just a big tow train, so everyone gets a slipstream and it's a mess to get by. Yeah, and that is way too early. The pit window hasn't opened. It's a 20-minute pit window in the middle of the race. Javier Marquez has put in the fastest lap. Never mind, he's not put in the fast. Oh, yes, he has put in the fastest lap. My UI is bugging out. And yeah, I don't think that's going to be any position changes at the front at the moment. But here, it's going to be very close here, though, between Melon Pitch and Jan Stam. I don't think that Melon Pitch managed to get the exit that he wanted to. Ferrari is very strong around here. But since he's in the rear of a... also... Yeah, but it's also... Oh, he's... of a Nissan who's on the outside here as Jan Stam just goes by. Oh, this is also one of our... This is a controller driver. Stam is already through. This is Melon Pitch trying to get by Niall. Where is Melon? He's still... Okay. The fight still goes on here. It's very close. But it looks like the BMW of Yaski is trying to get by. Roadside Cookie is also in there, diving really deep and completely missing the braking point there. But it looks like Niall Drake is managing to keep it in 9th. Oh, he's going to be 10th because Ian Stam managed to pass. But yeah, we have a battle going on further back there that we should be looking at. Between Bruce Hopkins and Max Sonthornlap. It's still going on. It's been going on for over a lap now. Let's see if Sonthornlap manages to outbrake Hopkins into turn 1. Should have track position here, but he... Yeah, and he doesn't really set up the corner, although he looks like Hopkins gets a very compromised exit there, so we're gonna get side by side into deeper on the brakes. Is he managing to go around the outside? He has the inside line, but he backs off. They're very nice to each other. There's not really any yeah, exactly. We have a yellow flag a bit further back here. Car 35, I don't see who it is. But this is a big pack of cars. That's an interesting line by the Audi. Doesn't matter. We're going to look at the VTEC machine on the straight here. As we saw, numerous lifts. Which is not something you want to do. And you want to rev the Honda for longer. But we have a Porsche coming up in... Yeah, I'd say so as well. Yeah, we have Alan Sue there on the inside, as we have. Yeah, the Honda looks a bit faster than the Porsche, but the Porsche has to slow down considerably. Where I missed complete. Ah, okay. It is. Who is that? Yeah, Afonso. He did such a good job last season. This guy has been the BMW driver for seasons upon seasons, the Portuguese driver. He has been using the M6, even though it was absolutely trash. Yeah, oh, that's a big lock by the Honda there. He needs to keep that inside line, but it's on the curb, so that's going to compromise his exit quite a bit. But yeah, it looks like the Ferrari's bop is just better. Do you see how much speed the Ferrari has to the Honda? Although the Honda should be a straight line missile. Oh, good job on the Honda there. I'm rooting for him just because he's in a shitty car. Melon Pitch is in the pit, so something must have happened. Actually, just out of curiosity, I kind of want to see what Tommy Cogan can do on the straight, because we know that he'll set up his car for straight line speed. What speed are we gonna manage in the Nissan today? What do you think? 280? It's not in a tow now, so I don't think it's gonna be higher. I think 280. It's race fuel though, so maybe not. 279. Ah! Fuck's sake. No, it was close. I think we've had a position change at the front from what I could see there. I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, I have to scroll manually because I don't have any stuff to do it for. Yeah, Matty Byrne has pulled the gap now, but Eiston just got past Javier Marquez because I saw that Javier had gotten by Eiston. Who is that? Daniel Blakeman. Celtic bromance. Do you approve of that? fellow Brit has come in. We need to invite Steven to this. Thank you. As we see Afonso in the pits, that's too early of a pit stop, so he's probably out of contention for any points in this race now. Roadside Cookie, who started back down in like 30th or something like that, is up to P10. So he's done a good race, really good race for him. Where's my good friend Eric Chang? I don't see Eric Chang. Where is Chang? Has Chang died? I think Eric Chang has retired. Oh, that's wide by Blakeman. Oh, never mind. He actually got a good exit. I was wrong. Oh, do we have any battle? There we have a battle going on. Yeah, we can. Javier looks like he's pulled a bit of a gap now. Javier is that McLaren there, and Eiston is down to third. Do we have any? Oh, Afonso, I think coming out to the pits. Scary pit exit on this track. You really just get fed out right onto the racing line, which is not nice at all. We saw and Malinowski took each other out. Oh no, our Honda friend in the wall! No! No! Fuck's sake. Let's follow Tim Wilkins here. There's a bit of a running joke here that Tim Wilkins and Alan Sue, they've been in the AM class for, well, God knows how long, probably like 3 years now. And they've constantly been right on each other's ass. And they've been racing basically for every race for I don't know how many seasons now. And it seems to be the case again because Alan is about 2 seconds ahead, 1.5 seconds ahead of Tim. So that battle is probably gonna be going on again soon. But at the same time we see that Audi behind Tim looks yeah, that should be within striking range, unless Tim is running a lot less wing than the Audi. We know that the Audi has to run max wing, otherwise it just dies in every corner. And you see, he can't get. I don't think it's gonna be enough. That's the Audi curse. That's an early break also from the Audi. Has to keep it easy, otherwise the stability. As soon as you start stalling the diffuser on the Audi, you are screwed. You will spin. Sadly. Because it's a nice car to drive. Oh, here we go. Cody Barrett and Chuck Ho are fighting here. Hong Kong Independent Racing. Yes, that's something that I could very much get behind. Let's see if Oh, I think there must have been contact ahead there. Is that Brown? No, Brown's there. Oh, let's just... Who's... Oh, it's Sun left that been caught up in something. We haven't really seen any heroic dives yet. It's been very clean, actually. You usually see like one or two interesting sends, but like it's very clean, and I'm impressed. Very much impressed, actually. What's the next race on the calendar? I'm gonna sign up and do that one if I'm awake. Do we have anything next Saturday? I know that there's no hockey matches, so I'm not gonna... Well, I guess if I'm out drinking, I can do this race drunk if they want me to. Anyway, oh, look at this! What has happened? That is... No! What has happened? How is the BMW so much faster than the Nissan? Something must have happened to Tommy's car there, because that should not be the case. Let's actually go into inspector mode. Yes, looks like he has some front end, but it's not major. He's not like suffering from floppy hood syndrome. Perhaps it just got an awful exit. We'll ask him after the race to see how it's done. Oh, but we know he went to 279 though, one straight. It's interesting though, Spencer Brown, yeah, that was really, really fast straight. I've never seen the M4 go that fast before. I think I think our race control friend has retired and gone back to the, race control. Oh, we have a fight here. Eric Gottsacker on... Oh, this is a different car. Yeah, it's fine. They're coming into the final hairpin now before the long straight, and I think Gottsacker is in a really good position here, because then Nissan straight line speed should be able to get the better of an M4 here. But at the same time, I think Gottsacker got a bad exit, but he's kind of sets up... I think he's gonna have him here though. He's definitely within striking distance. He's trying to break the toe, but it's not gonna be enough. Look at the speed of that Nissan! Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, holy crap. The straight line speed of that Nissan is mighty. Look, even in the toe the BMW doesn't stand a chance. Nick Swartz getting absolutely left for dead on the straight, but now it comes the tricky part for the Nissan, the corners. Will Nick Swartz be able to catch back up here? I actually think so, unless the dirty air comes... Oh, no, Eric Gottsacker goes a bit wide. It looks like, yeah, he gets back to... Okay. A bit too wide. Oh, we have another battle going on here, where the Nissan of Tommy Cogan and Spencer Brown are going at it again. We are, yeah, just going into the second to last corner here. I think we should follow this battle, because they're gonna come up to the straight in not too long of a time. Oh, that's actually, no, I'm lying. Let's go to this battle instead. Yeah, exactly. Looks like Gottsacker got. Oh, gee, what a swerve back there from Nick Swartz. And he goes very deep on the brakes. You see the brakes on the M4. It's stupid how good braking capabilities that car has. But now it looks like Gottsacker has gotten a bit of a gap, and I think you should be able to run away with it from now. So Ron, let's go back, because Tommy Cogan is going to come into the final cornering section before that long straight. So we need to see if Spencer Brown is able to be right on the bumper of Cogan. It looks like he's going to be very much on the bumper as he goes for a dive via contact. That is not the place to overtake, and Tommy Cogan has once again been crashed into, and it looks like... he's got moving again. He just stalled the engine, but now he has a lot of overtaking to do. That is something that we're going to see on the report channel after the race. Let's actually go onwards a bit to these cars, because it looks like we're going to have a long... line of cars here. Let's see if Sunfun Lap is going to be able to stay on the bumper of Hove. The problem here is that the Ferrari also has a tow from the Ferrari ahead, which is Cody Barrett. But it looks like Barrett is running a bit too much wind compared to the other cars because he's just getting past quite easily. Yeah, Hove just breezes past as Barrett slots back in, and it looks like Sunfun Lap has to back out and go wide otherwise to not hit Barrett. So that was an interesting section. Oh, we have the McLaren. It looks like he managed to not kill it. It was Hopkins, but he's probably going to lose a bunch of positions here. As we see Tommy Cogan coming back in the Nissan there again. After his collision with, who was it, Spencer Brown? As the pit window is now open. Tommy Cogan going round the outside. Looks like he is actually quite racy now. Oh, we have people being really close behind there. I need to back. Oh, never mind. The gap has formed. As Cogan goes into the pits and he takes out the pit board. Oh no, that's probably gonna catch some people off. "20 minutes into the race, our current leader right now is Matty Byrne. He's 1 second ahead of Javier Marquez in this same car, with Eistin being 5 seconds behind Marquez, and Daniel Wright being 2 seconds behind Eistin. In the current AM lead, we have Tuda in 5th in the Ferrari, and Boscato in 2nd in the BMW, and Dyer, one of our controller drivers, in 8th overall, but 3rd in class in the Ferrari. Roadside Cookie started, I think it was high 20s or low 30s. It's up to 9th now, which is a great result for him, especially with the starting position. Also, our other controller driver, Niall Drake, is up into 10th, with the biggest drop, I think, in the field so far is Toby Koga, who started very well. I think it was 9th, but he has served his mandatory pit stop and probably repaired his car after a few incidents, and is now going to be on the charge to get through the field. The Nissan looks very racy on the straight. Also, as Dylan Kaiser has finished their pit stop and is on their way out of the pits. It looks like to be very close to Palliant though, and I think it's going to be a race right out of the pit. They're bumper to bumper. And all very good awareness by the Nissan there to see that there are 2 cars coming out of the pits. Stop go 30 for, and I think that, yep, stop go 30 and retirement for Dylan Kaiser. Speeding into the pits. Race over for Dylan. Better luck next race. Okay, let's oh no, Roadside Cookie! Something has happened to Cookie. Has he managed to... Where is this actually? This is after turn 2, right? So maybe got loose on... Inspector Fred will go see if car is broken. Car is not broken. Looks like hardware issue. Oh, it's moving again. Oh, he lost so much time from that. Wonder what happened actually. Gonna have to ask him after the race. That was really strange. Okay, leaders. Let's see what the leaders are doing. Let's see if we can find them. Oh, wait. Was it correct? There's Javier. Well, he's gotten moving again. It's Matty Byrne, your bet in the McLaren is currently in the lead, but Javier Marquez has started to catch up a bit. It's only 9/10 now, and Javier is almost into the into the what's it called, the tow range of the GT3s in this game, which is about, it's 0.6 seconds, right? Yeah, but when you're 0.6 behind, you start feeling like the negative effects of being in dirty air, correct? If I'm not mistaken. But there you also saw that Matty Byrne got a way better exit going into the straight there, and Javier Marquez lost 4 tenths on the straight alone because we got a compromised exit from a worse line. As we see Niall Drake going into the pits as well now. Would you say that it's worth then for Marquez that if he gets up to the bumper of Byrne to do an earlier pit stop and try to go for the undercut and hope that he just doesn't get fed out in traffic? As Matty Byrne puts in the fastest lap of the race, which is a 1:55.4. As Marquez goes wide, I wonder if we're going to see any drive-throughs here, because, oh, here we go. I know that's Kogan, he is far back. I think Daniel Wright should probably just let Kogan by, because they're in a completely different sequence here. Let's actually, I kind of want to see just how fast the Nissan is when it has a tow, because he is going to have a tow with fresher tires going into the long straight here behind the Mercedes. So I kind of want to see just how the Nissan does. What do you think with a tow? What do you think the speed will be? Looked a bit compromised though. But he is definitely in the tow. Most definitely in the tow. Oh, Jesus, yeah, he is. Oh, he lifts. He doesn't want to pass. Wright should just let him by though, honestly. It's not his race. If Wright just let him by, nothing strange can happen and Kogan can just go on his merry way. But yeah, respect between the drivers. They've been in title championship fights before when Kogan were in a more competitive car. So yeah, it's interesting to see. What else can we find? Let's change the view so we're in broadcaster. Eric Gottsacker is also doing a good race in the Nissan, in 10th right now. So in the overall class and 4th in AM. So that's good. It's happening. Do you remember what I was talking about before? Tim Wilkins and Alan Sue. Well, they are on each other's bumper again, and Tim Wilkins is coming up close. It's gonna happen. They're on each other's ass once again. Tim takes the outside line as Alan goes takes the inside. And Alan almost taps Tim, and Tim is gonna keep it on the outside. They're gonna go side by side into this double apex, and Alan is right on the bumper of Tim and has to hit the brakes quite hard to not hit Tim rear end. And it's not over yet because the Porsche is probably gonna have, no, never mind. Looks like Tim has a lot more speed through this section at the moment because the Porsche dropped back quite far through there. But good overtake by Tim. Good job, Tim. Yeah. So this is like the age-old battle in this league. This has been going on for, yeah, every race. In some way, shape or form, these two are gonna end up fighting each other. It's just, that's just what fate has decided. Oh, Roadside Cookie is fighting who exactly? Eric Gottsacker. Okay. Yeah. See if Cookie manages to keep up to Eric, but I highly doubt he'll be able to do a lot. Let's see what speeds we're managing to get in the in the Lambo. We're up to 275 here. 270, 277, 280. But the Nissan looks extremely fast on the straight. Oh, Jesus Christ. But I think this is where the Lambo starts gaining it back, though, as soon as it comes a bit of the twisty bit. Well, you can see here in this sweeping half on throttle corner, the Nissan is just, well, a train wreck to drive, honestly. Oh, I've just seen something. Our hero is back. Look at this. Here he comes! The god has returned. Well, enough screen time for him now. He is not going to do anything this race. Okay, drive through for Yaski. So that's the first one of the race, I think. As we see Willie Owens coming back out. Let's see if no stop go 30. Perfect. Cody Barrett quietly doing a good job in the AM class, bang in the middle there. It's good. Do we have any battles going on here? Don't really see anything. Do you see anything? That is close. No, I don't really see anything, honestly. I think that that's what we've had for now. So they're matching each other. Interesting. Yep. That's true. Let's actually follow how this develops then, because Matty Byrne also has a later pit stop or a pit box or earlier pit box, so Javier might actually be in a bit of an advantage. So let's see how this ends up. There, Matty gets released, and when does Marquez there? Oh, there. It's close, but it looks like I think it's gonna be around the same distance. There's a good pit stops by both of them, I guess. Let's see if anyone gets caught up here at pit exit. As we see, I think that's Kogan coming by in the Nissan. And we have another car there, the BMW. It doesn't look eventful there. Oh, we have contact there. That Ferrari tried to get by. Who is that in the Ferrari, just out of curiosity? That was Chuck Ho, who hasn't done his pit stop yet, tried to be opportunistic and get by Marquez, but Marquez manages to keep the position for now. That promotes Eric Otsaker into provisional second. That is interesting though, because he has not served his pit stop yet, and it's going to be interesting to see where he gets fed out. After that, battles. Do we have anything? There, looks like Yaski is very close to someone's rear. As Brown is doing his pit stop, and he has a drive-through to serve on top of that. Oh, Alan looks a bit misangled, but looks like the pit stop got done, so that's good by him. Do we have any battles going on here? Yeah, Yaski and Daniel Blakeman from Celtic Bromance. Oh, he has gotten passed by Yaski, okay. So that battle's already over. Can we see here if we can find anything else? Which who? Oh, show. Or shoe. It could be show or show. I think it's show. I'm not 100%. Yep, Eric Altsucker is also into the pits now. So let's see where he gets put out whenever that's done. We have a controller driver, Dyer, with a what's it called? A drive-through as the Honda serves his pit stop. I got to say he is a very what's it called? A fighter. That's a good word because although it's 4 laps down, he can still win this, as I said after we were dead lost in the Super Scam. Daniel Wright has not done his pit stop yet, so he's currently in first, but Matthew Byrne looks like he's gonna have that position as soon as Daniel Wright goes into the pits. Question is, where does Daniel Wright get fed out afterwards? Because he was fighting with Eyston for third at the pit stop. Question. As Blakeman has gotten himself a drive-through. Oh, and I think that's him down. I think he's given up. Is he standing there? And he's gone! That's it. Oh, here we go. Nissan and Nissan battling. I actually go third person for this. Go Helicam. Oh, where's Kogan? I think... Okay, Eric just let him by. Not in the same class, so they're not fighting for the same points anyway, so that's probably a smart thing to do. So we only have a few pit stops that haven't been done yet. We have 2 of them been done, and then we have... try to find... There's Tim Wilkins, who hasn't done his pit stop yet. He's fighting Mattis LePage, but I don't think that he really should be doing that because they're not in the same class and he hasn't done his pit stop yet, so he's technically a minute behind. But I don't know. Yeah. I guess let racers race. Cody coming up to the end of the back straight. Car looks planted, but the line wasn't ideal maybe. As we have Daniel right in the pits, let's actually see where he gets fed out afterwards. Oh, he's just gone into the pits. It's gonna be quite far back then. As we see Arthur Shubin serving a drive-through, and he's probably gonna drop back quite a bit then. Just to see a bunch of cars are going by. I kind of want to see where Daniel gets fed out at the end of this. There, Marquez and Byrne got by. Where is Eyston? Here's Eyston coming by, so he's gonna lose another position to Eyston, so he's in 4th now. Where is LePage? LePage is on the straight. LePage is coming up to him. He's not gonna be too far away. That Porsche behind Daniel is LePage. So LePage is actually, I think it's caught up quite a bit to Daniel Wright here. Interesting. Maybe not the best pit stops then, I'd say. As we see, the final 2 cars that hadn't pitted yet are coming into the pits, with it being Tim Wilkins and Cody Barrett, but that looks like a very compromised pit stop by Tim. Very awkward. Yeah, very awkward angle on pit entry there, but hopefully that he doesn't lose too much time there. And as we see Niall Drake now coming up to Jan Stam, two cars in different classes, but we know that, or at least I know, that Niall is a very racer guy and he won't back down for any challenge, especially when he's in a meme machine that is the glorious Nippon steel brick. It's coming up to Jan Stam though, who's in the Ferrari, who I would probably say has the better bop, but at the same time we have seen how fast the Nissan is on the straights. Let's follow. But it's so understeery. Looks just like the Nissan, I know. I think he's a bit too far back though. I don't think it's going to be close enough because of that corner exit. You can see that Jan Stam is managing to keep the distance because Drake kinda isn't really in the tow at the moment. He caught a 10th on the straight, but I think that exit to the straights wasn't good. And I kind of want to see some that's controller action. Let me tell you, seeing Niall take a Rouge flat is the most stressful thing in the world. Oh, I've just noticed something. We need to go up the field. Javier is close. Javier is coming up to Matty Byrne now. But Matty has a tow from Arthur's shoe. So this is really helping out Matty at this point. Well, he helped Matt. Yeah, he helped Matty on the straight, and then he helped Javier to get whenever he got out of the way. So actually, let's follow this battle for a bit because I think this is the highest profile battle going on. At least I can see that Somethon Lap is very close to Tim Wilkins down in 20th and 21st. As looks like Somethon Lap just got passed, but I kind of want to see how the leaders are tangoing this one out. As we can see that Matty Byrne gets a very compromised exit as Javier Marquez is now even closer to Matty Byrne going in towards turn 1. But I think it's all going to come down to that exit on the straight. And yeah, it kind of almost looks like Matty Byrne is struggling a bit. Perhaps he got the wrong pressures in on the pit stop. Yeah, they don't exactly. Exactly. This is just being patient here. Don't go in early. Yeah, he's smart. He's taking a really wide exit. He knows exactly what to do. Yeah, but also Marquez there was quite slow and not got on throttle early enough, so I actually think Byrne got a better run out to the straight, even though Marquez set it up on the corner before. Yes, it's going to be frustrating now for Marquez because I think Matty Byrne is actually going to have toes for a bit. He has Cookie coming up now, next in front. So Marquez is, yeah, this battle is probably going to be going on for a bit, but it looks like Marquez is actually quicker in the corners. Maybe Matty Byrne set up a straight line speed car, whilst Marquez seems to be a bit faster through the cornery bits. Oh, I just want to show you something. Look at this though. Alan Sue and Tim Wilkins are close to each other again. Let's follow Alan Sue a bit. He has been driving the Porsche pretty much every race since I came in here. And yeah, he is very faithful for the car. Sorry? Yeah, well, it's the fast car if you get it right, but as we see a good gamer line there from Alan Sue, and as the car ahead of Tim Wilkins, Somethon Lap gets a drive-through for Track limits, probably. That is the... And at the same time, you want to set up the car so it's a bit understeery, so you don't die in the high-speed shit, but at the same time, you wash wide a lot. Which could be scary. Let's go back up to the leading cars and see how it goes here. Where are we? Huh. Yeah, it's dropped back quite a lot actually. Looks like Matty Byrne is very much in a way nicer position now all of a sudden. As he gets a tow by Cookie, and Cookie... Let's see if Cookie is nice and just lets Byrne by. Yeah, looks like that's gonna be the case. Nice and easy. Yeah, Javier Marquez has dropped back quite a bit now. He's 2 seconds back all of a sudden. With all of it to do, and that's some pretty serious tire scrubbing, I'd say, going through that long sweeping right-hander. Or what would you say? From one tire scrubber to another, don't scrub your tires. You advertised. We have Tom Castellani also with the drive-through for track limits here in the Bentley. British guy who has now turned Canadian officially. So, congrats on that. An upgrade, I'd say. No, I'm just kidding. Canada's cool. Oh, the understeer that he's suffering from with that Bentley. Also, the steering inputs were maybe a little bit extreme for that type of corner, but that's a completely different thing. Let's see, what's going on at the front? Nah, Marquez is dropping back more now. But it also looks like Lepage, sorry, is getting closer and closer to that Mercedes. Is it me or does the Porsche just look really nice to drive? Well, not this. This looks like an understeering mess, but like looking at. Also, I can see that Mathis Lepage is his team is called Team Shumiskins, and Shumiskins is actually were the guys that made the G2 BMW livery. So they are good livery designers, and hats off to them. They do a really good job. I don't know if he is one of the designers, but if he is, good on him. You're doing a good job. See what else do we have going on. Age-old battle. It's a bit between them now. Oh, do we have anything going on? Yeah, we have Ho and Kogan being quite close. That's not enough. Not with the state of the Nissan on the straight, I think. Yep, news drop. I think that's... Unless Matty Byrne commits a major mistake, I think that's probably gonna be it for him. You can see though how much the Ferrari is catching the Nissan as soon as the corner starts coming up. That the Nissan is mighty fast on the straights. Let's look at some controller gameplay. It's always interesting to see when Niall Drake starts turning the wheel. Going into turn 1. Good braking point. It actually doesn't like look too terrible. It's there's like a lot of double stabs into corners, but like that's understandable. Oh, oh no, I've heard that his. Oh yeah, I've heard that his tire temps after the update has been interesting. It wasn't too bad pre-patch, but after 1.8, Niall got hit hard. But he's doing a good job because he is keeping it within track limits. And do you want to hear the crazy part? He is arguably one of the fastest wet drivers, like wet weather drivers around here. Like in Arc. He is usually in almost podium with a controller, and it's very interesting. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Liam McNeil is getting quite close to Yaski, but I'm not sure if McNeil is gonna be able to do any passing though. I think that Yaski is a bit too far up the field. It's not gonna be enough. Do we have any battles going on? A bit further up, looks like we have something here, with Dyer and Pancheniak are quite close to each other. Yeah, and our other controller driver doing a good job here, getting closer to that Lambo. Probably, I think that Lambo is experiencing a bit of rubber banding because of its ping, so it might be quite scary to drive around it, but we'll see what happens. We're going into turn 1. Who's that behind? Is that Tommy Cogan? Yeah, that's Tommy Cogan, who's already clawed back up to 12th after being in 30th not too long ago. That's a very good recovery. Started 9th though, so he's not too far away from his original position. But perhaps he set up the car just with the low downforce so we would be able to pass cars. He's going to come up to the straight here, so I kind of want to go onto his just POV and see him go after these cars now. Because he should be able to get a fairly decent exit, because yeah, he's setting it up. He's definitely gonna go for a big run here. Oh, it's happening. It's very much happening here. Yeah. I think Dyer was British, so he's probably on the same ping as you are. We're up to 280, 281, 282, 283 as he comes out. I think he's got the move done. Oh, never mind. Very wide there by Dyer, and Dyer actually managed to stick it around the outside. That's very impressive by a controller driver to be able to keep it not spinning there. Good job by you. But Dyer, honestly. Although it's scary with the rubber banding, but I think that's just sadly how it goes when you have a multi-continental league. It's gonna be tough to get perfect internet connection. Oh yeah, it's very annoying, and I 100% agree. I think this battle is going to keep going on for a bit, so I kind of want to follow around and see what happens. Oh, we have a contact! And then it looks like Dyer's just gonna, he's gonna let Pancheniak go there, so that's a bunch of positions for Kogan all of a sudden. He'll take that any day of the week. Okay, so let's actually move onwards then and see if we can find anything else. That is not Pancheniak and Dyer. It doesn't look like LePage has managed to get closer to right, so still that 1 second gap. Looks like Cody Barrett and Jaski are right next to each other. Yeah, they're pretty much drag racing going down the main straight here. Jaski's just ahead, and it looks like he got a bit later on the brakes as well. Perhaps Cody Barrett can get a better exit. No, it goes a little bit too wide into the corner, and Jaski manages to stay ahead. Roadside Cook is right on the bumper of Sue. Oh, he's gotten past Sue. Okay. Where is Tim? Okay, Tim's a little bit ahead. Yeah, this might be an interesting battle to look at, because it's a long gap up to the people ahead of them. But I think Cook is going to reel in Tim Wilkins quite quickly. So I think we should just follow Cook's POV and see what we can find on the Lambo and how it handles in race conditions. Well, it looks like Cookie has the lines down and maybe a bit too far over to the right side here because you want to open up this corner a bit more, but knowing that he is quite limited with practice time, I think that he might be fairly happy with how things handles right now. He's got a good run for the straight as well, and it's definitely within striking distance, I'd say, to Tim Wilkins, because he's in the tow and Tim doesn't have any cars in front of him. I think Cook is going to be able to get on the inside here. Tim backs out. Oh no, he doesn't back out. Tim is there, but Tim goes wide. Where is Tim? Where is Tim? Where's Tim? Okay, he's behind now. Oh, he did a good job. He kept it in. It was close though, but he kept it in. Good move. Good move. Oh, we have... I think Kogan is... Yeah, Kogan is close to Lloyd here. Coming up to his starting position was 9th. Okay, let's have a look at the Nissan doing work again, but it's understeering like a hideous bitch, but it looks like he's still gonna get a good exit though. Is it gonna get Lloyd? It's a poor Porsche versus a mighty Nissan on the straight. It's trying to break the toe. What is the speed difference? Oh, it's 15 kph right now. It's the Porsche just stands still on the straight. There's nothing he can do. Oh, that's so depressing. It looks like there's some ping differences between me and Kogan here, so I want to apologize if it's a bit stuttery. As you know, I'm stationed in Sweden, so... Oh, but Kogan goes wide again, and perhaps... Ah, he manages to cut back though, so he doesn't lose the position as he did to some of the cars earlier in the race. A good move by Kogan. Really abusing the top line speed of that Nissan, but as he should. That's what the car is good for. So he's doing it 100% the way he's supposed to. Do we have anything else going on? Looks like LePage has got him closer now to Daniel Wright, but I don't see the Porsche passing the Mercedes, so that's the issue. Well, what do you think? Yeah, something like that, but then also at the same time he needs to be within strike. Oh no, the Honda spun. The British drivers in general seems to be struggling a bit around. Well, it's France after all. Oh, he is. Oh, he had a British flag if I remember correctly. Oh no, I'm dumb. I was so wrong. Oh, Arthur Sue being a bit squirmy there. I'm just scrolling through to see if something's going on. I think Ho is very close to Lloyd here. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a battle going in here on the straight. Yeah, the Porsche was ahead of the Ferrari here, so the Ferrari's gotten a run, and looks like Chuck is going to be able to keep it on the inside, although the Porsche is going around the outside, keeping it within track limits even. Looks like the Porsche is still on the... Porsche trying to go around the outside. Really clean by both of them, not touching. Porsche seems to have a bit of speed, but now the Ferrari comes back and has the outside line. But it's still very close racing, and the Ferrari gets a little bit wide, and it looks like the Porsche manages to get in. But no, the Ferrari is still there, still side by side. It's been 5 corners now, and now the Ferrari gets past. Good fighting, really good and clean fighting by both of them. I don't know if it's done yet though. Looks like Lloyd is trying to get a good exit, which it looks like it was a tiny bit too early on throttle, so he had to back off it to not run onto the sausage curbs on the corner exit. Don't think it's going to be close enough for a move, but he might try. Looks like he's going to try. Ah, it's not trying. That's a good battle. Yeah, that's true. At the same time, it kind of looks like he is... No, he's without damage, Lloyd. That's good. Okay, we're gonna have some Nissan on Nissan action here. Coming out to the straight. Kogan coming up to Nal Drake. These guys are... Ooh. Squirmy. These guys know each other and they're good friends. It wouldn't surprise me if Drake lets Kogan by, but I don't know. We'll see. Don't think anything's happening. They're in different classes. We'll see. I don't think anything will happen here. As we have gone on to the final lap of the race now. Worth mentioning. Yep, I think Marcus managed to kill his tires too early there. I think my ping is going through the roof since it's stuttering so much when I'm in. Yep, it's gonna get the move done there. I think Niall did him some favors there though. But yeah, Kogan, really good recovery drive, up to 8th now. That's better than what his qualifying position was. I don't think it's going to get more than that because it's 7 seconds behind Jan Stam, who is in 7th. But we need to go back a bit now because although we didn't start on pole, looks like Matty Byrne is going to win this race. He's got 4 point... yeah, good gap. He also got the fastest lap of the race, so if we go over 1 lap pace, he's also been very strong. Where did he start again? Was it 2nd? Yep, so yeah, good job on him. The McLaren being a very racy car, and congrats on your first win of this season. Good job, Matty. That's nice. And Javier Marquez finishes 2nd with Eiston finishing... Okay, into the wall we go. Finishing, looks like perhaps 3rd. I don't think you should be spinning around too much because you're still technically on the racing track. Like, it's a big parking space. You can just go somewhere else. You don't have to do it here. Oh, Cookie kills Alan in the back. This is what SRO would like to see. As we see a bunch of people now coming across the line. But yeah, I don't think really there's a lot to say. Troda manages to get get P1 in class there in the AM and 6th overall, which is a good result, as Niall Drake gets 2nd and Chuck Ho gets 10th. So that is a good result overall. A really good recovery drive from Tommy Cogan as well, who got spun round, I think, twice this race and was down in 30th, but finishes in 8th after an early pit stop. But before we leave, we're not going to have any driver interviews because I've not prepared anything like that this time. But who would you say is your driver of the day? Yep. Also, I would say that my 2 driver of the day, of course, our beloved Honda driver, although he didn't have the best of races, he's also always a hero in our hearts. But of course, I need to mention Tommy Cogan as well, coming back from a quite disappointing start to the race to still finish 8th is a very strong result for him. Good points in the bag. Also Matty. Managing to get by and winning at the end quite convincingly as well, so good job on him. But I think that's going to be it for round 2 of ARC Season 8. Hopefully we will have our main commentators back for the next race, and I'm sorry if the quality is a bit shit as usual when I do stuff, but that's just what it's going to have to be. But thanks for stopping by, and see you next week. Good night, people.